Hi, I'm Bridget off the rails. Welcome back. Do any of the rest of you have any of this Johann Haviland Bavarian china? This is called the blue garland pattern. I've had this set of china for over 40 years, and I was only 19 years old when I bought this china. I bought it because I was going to be getting married and I wanted a good set of china. So if you remember it, you may remember that it was in the Kroger stores, and every week when you went in and bought groceries, you would get so many points or coupons or something like that in order to be able to exchange those for a piece of china, or if you had so many, you could get like a service for four, or you could buy extra pieces to go along with the china. And that's how I got my china. And over the years, I used it for all my special dinners, all my special occasions, and even with my children, very small, using this china in over 40 years, I never had one piece broken. And I think part of the reason I loved it so much was because it was the prettiest thing I owned. And I loved how delicate the flowers were, and I loved the shape of the accessories, and so it was always very special to me, and it always stayed in an upper cabinet where people wouldn't accidentally get it out and start using it for everyday use. And the other day, I was moving some dishes around. I've been renovating my kitchen, and I built new cabinets and put in, and I was getting ready to move them. And I opened the old cabinet because I moved the old cabinets out of my kitchen, but I continued to store a lot of my dishes in them. So as I was opening the door, I come to find out that those, the cabinets that have the adjustable shelves where you have either plastic pins or brass pins that go in. Anyway, one or two of those pins had broken. And when I opened that door to get my china out, several of my pieces of china were broken. So I lost my creamer and my sugar, and I lost 2 coffee cup plates, and the handle on coffee cup got broken. And it was just heartbreaking because I had taken such good care of this china over the years. And while it was very special to me, I also wanted it to be used and loved and appreciated, which is why over the years I used it so many times. And it was one of those things that when I would get ready to do a special meal, my little girls would get so excited because we got to use the pretty dishes. And so when it got broken, when all these pieces got broken, it was kind of heartbreaking. And I thought, even with little children using it, it never got broken. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, it gets broken. And while I have glued what pieces weren't totally crushed back together, I will continue to use it in some capacity. Some of it's pretty chipped up, and that with the handles broken, it's not something I will ever put back into service for actual food anymore. But I thought, these are kind of springy. Maybe I could just picture the containers being used to put like maybe a little primrose in, pot small flowers in them, and then just use them to decorate for spring or save them to use in different ways and decor pieces so that I can continue to appreciate the beauty and use them. But, you know, I got to thinking about how it's very much like our lives. You know, we start out whole, and then as life goes on, you know, life has a way of beating you up a little bit. And we get broken and we get cracked. But at the end of the day, we're still the same person. And while we have cracks and we have blemishes, it just enhances who we are. It gives us life experience, and it makes us more rounded people. If we went through life and we never got any scars, if we remained perfect whole people like we started out, where would the understanding come from? How would we be able to look at others and understand their pain and understand their differences and why they are the way they are? And I just think that we need to appreciate ourselves with all the scars and all the battle wounds for who we are, because essentially we don't change who we are. We just become wiser and we become more experienced. Hey, thanks for stopping by and seeing me today. And if you could, give me a like and a subscribe and comment down below and let me know some of your experiences. I'd really like to get to know you. Thank you.